Hello friends and welcome back to Emily's Game. This week is Pirate Week, and for Pirate Week, we have been given a ship by Robert Space Industries to give to you, a member of my community. This ship features the SkullCrusher paint, an LTI insurance package, and all wrapped in a game starter package. So stay tuned for details on that, and in the meantime, we're going to honor Pirate Week with a little something that I've created in honor of this ship.
From the black void we come, a Titan painted in skulls. One shall claim her, aye, but only one. Stone, paint of the SkullCrusher, crimson and dread. She sails for the living, she sails for the dead. The Titan be yours if ye dare claim the fight. Yo ho, yo ho, heave ho, Titan in sight. Dark is the prize for the bold pirate soul. Yo ho, 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 ho. The Corsair be jealous, the Asgard burns bright. The Ursa rolls heavy through the endless night. But the Titan, she waits for her captain of fate. Her SkullCrusher livery seals your dark fate. Titan be yours if ye dare claim the fight. Ho, 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 yo ho, heave ho, Titan in sight. Dark is the prize for the bold pirate soul. Ho, ha, 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 yo ho, 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 yo ho. Blood. Only one shall take her. Through fire and blood, the Titan be yours. Take the SkullCrusher crown. Ho, 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 yo ho, heave ho, none drag her down. The Titan awaits for the pirate most bold. Ha, 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 yo ho ho. One Titan, one victor. Will it be ye?
My friends, I really hope you enjoyed that. I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments about that. If you like the song, if you like the music, I worked pretty hard on that one, trying to get the right feel for the Pirate Theme Week. But there you have it, friends. This giveaway is made possible by Robert Space Industries and Cloud Imperium Games. They provided me this Avenger Titan starter pack with LTI and the brand new SkullCrusher paint for the Titan for one lucky winner. While the prize is provided courtesy of RSI and CIG, neither RSI, CIG, YouTube, nor any other social media platform are sponsoring or are responsible for this giveaway or this video. This giveaway is entirely run by me. Before we get into the ship breakdown, let's talk about the giveaway. We're using Gleam to keep the giveaway fair and simple. Gleam is a giveaway platform where you'll log in and you can complete a few easy actions to earn entries. The more entries you earn, the more chances you'll have to win. The link's in the description and in a pinned comment on this video. Just click it, follow the steps, and you've registered. We'll be choosing our winner on Saturday, September 27th at 5 p.m. So friends, definitely register. You got plenty of time to do it. Let's go over the Avenger Titan. It is arguably one of the best all-around starter packs in Star Citizen. It's combat capable, it has room for cargo, and it's tough enough to survive fights. There is a cargo bay quirk, which I will show you here shortly. And then, of course, our SkullCrusher paint makes the Titan look mean, black and bone white with a vibe that fits right in with the Pirate Week. So whether you're a trader, a bounty hunter, allywag of the space lanes, the Titan's a ship that'll serve you well. One lucky soul will claim it with lifetime insurance and a look that crushes all before it. Could it be you? I don't know. Let's go over a little bit about the ship and do a quick tour. We'll do a quick walkthrough and then a couple of gotchas about the ship when it comes to cargo. This is your cargo bay. It is capable of carrying up to 8 SCU of cargo. Forward of your cargo bay, you do have a living quarters. Your components are nestled in above the bed, although those are not accessible at present. You can change those out within your mobiGlas. There are no other discernible features that are accessible to the player within this area. There is also not any internal storage, none that I'm aware of. You will notice that there is a fuse required option up here. As of this date, there is no fuse you can replace on this ship. Not a big deal. Not yet, but soon that may be. Moving forward of the cabin area, you will step into the cockpit, a one-seater, very clear field of view with this canopy. Wonderful ship, friends. I love this ship. It was actually my second ship. I went from the Aurora to this when I started playing, and it was just a wonderful machine. I do have R-doors and attritions equipped to it. If you saw the video, these are the weapons that I used primarily in the fighting that I did for that video. I've also got the bombs attached to this particular ship. Now, these are not included in the giveaway. These were just so I could show you the upper end capacity of its capabilities. All right, friends, now just a few gotchas here with cargo. It will carry 8 SCU of cargo, right? That's great for a starter ship, but having 2 4 SCUs does not work for this ship. You cannot get those in there. I don't like it, but it's just is what it is. So what about a 4 SCU? You should be able to get 4 SCUs in there. But, my friends, I'm afraid it fights you. It looks like it might fit, but no matter how hard you try, it pops it right back out. It bounces the ship around. Hell, it's probably going to cause the ship to explode. So you might be able to find a way to get them in there. It is not worth the hassle. So those are out as well. So with that being said, that leaves you with 2 SCU size boxes or 1 SCU size boxes. These will fit in there just fine. They will snap to the grid. So they fit nice and snug in there. That right there is 4 SCU. You get 2 more 2s, or you can stack 4 1 SCU boxes in here otherwise. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Perfect, right? Oh wait, there's a problem. I can't get to my cockpit. This is terrible. No, it's actually not. There's a way around this. I've heard a lot of people complain about this. They don't like the ship because it's not usable. Well, friends, let me show you this. In case you win the ship and you are not aware of this, you can enter the ship by way of the cockpit. If you come up front here, you will see a ladder option. Click it. It'll let you in. And now you're in the seat. Now, when you exit the seat, by default, it will send you to the back of the ship. Well, you're going to run into that same issue where you cannot exit the ship. That's not a problem again. From the pilot seat, simply hold your F interaction menu and look to your left. Over here, somewhere, there will be an exit ship option. You just simply click that and you will exit the ship. However, in 0G, if you need to look up, and you'll see an exit 0G option up here. So this is when you're in space. On a planet, in atmosphere, it's over here on your left. Exit that. And you exit the ship. Alright friends, there you have it. The beautiful Avenger Titan in the SkullCrusher paint, wrapped up in a starter pack with LTI insurance. All courtesy of Robert Space Industries. We want to thank them for giving us this opportunity to give back to my community. So friends, don't forget to like and subscribe. Subscribing helps you stay in the know of when I give away another ship or when I choose a winner. I appreciate the like and the subscribe, and I love the comments, so definitely leave me some feedback on how you feel about this ship, about the SkullCrusher paints, or about the song that you might have heard in the video I made earlier. Guys, I love you, and I'll catch you in my next episode. Take care. Have a wonderful night. Bye. Hello friends, and welcome back to Emily's Game. I've got an exciting giveaway to announce: the RSI Apollo, a medical ship built for rescue and recovery. This was just released, and one of you could be flying your very own Apollo starter pack with lifetime insurance, courtesy of Robert Space Industries and Cloud Imperium Games. Before I dive in though, quick note, RSI and CIG provided the Apollo starter pack with LTI that we're giving away, but they are not sponsoring this video or the giveaway itself. All opinions here are my own. Additionally, YouTube and other social media platforms are not involved in this as well, or any other giveaway that Emily's Game does. My friends, the Apollo is a dedicated medical ship. It serves as a purpose-built rescue platform designed to bring hospital-level care directly into the field. It's versatile and outfitted with triage and recovery beds. The Apollo can stabilize, heal, and respond patients, making it a lifesaver in long campaigns or dangerous missions. Whether you're flying solo as a field medic or part of a larger fleet, the Apollo provides a critical support role that no other ship will match. That's right, friends, med beds in all ships will be changing in the future, so pay close attention to the Apollo moving forward. The Apollo stands out instantly as a ship of hope and survival. It doesn't look like the standard RSI lineup, nor an engineering type of ship. She has a look all her own, and she's gorgeous, friends. Now, I've already done a video on the walkthrough of this ship with some specific information, so check that out. I'm going to post that up here right now for you to click on and go check out. It'll also be in the description below if you missed the link above. Additionally, I've showcased all the paints that have been released so far. I'm going to put that up here as well now, as well as also in the link below, so check out the paints. Gorgeous paints on this ship. Beautiful ship, guys. And for the giveaway, I'm running this, as usual, through Gleam to keep it fair and simple. Gleam is a platform where you log in, complete a few easy actions, and earn entries. You don't have to do them all, you can do them all. The more you do, the more entries you get. The more entries you have, the more likely your name is going to be the one chosen for the giveaway. The link is in the description and in the first pinned comment. Just click that, follow the steps, and you're in. Now, what's not included in this video is a music video I made for the Apollo called Apollo Rising. Some of the questions in the Gleam entry system will refer back to that video, so go check it out. I'd also love to know your thoughts on the music video as well. That was a fun one to make. I had a lot of ups and downs with making that one, and also for the video that was involved with that music. My org joined me on making that, and that was a lot of fun. Alright guys, so whether you're planning to fly a rescue op, support your org, or just want one of the most unique careers in Star Citizen, the Apollo is ready to serve. One of you will take home the RSI Apollo starter pack with lifetime insurance, so definitely make sure if you want it, you register. Check the link, watch the walkthrough, maybe even the music video, and enter for your chance to win. Good luck, friends, and I will see you in the verse.
silence grew till a beacon cuts through. Apollo, that's you. Apollo, you saved my soul. Pull me back when I lost control. From the silence, you make us whole. Yeah, Apollo, you rescued my crew. When we thought we were through. Glowing like fire in the night, beds to heal and a chance to fight. From the edge of despair, you carried us through. Every scar fades when the light is you. Apollo, you saved my soul. Pull me back when I lost control. From the silence, you make us whole. Yeah, Apollo, you rescued my crew. When we thought we were through. Shadows fading, lost in the deep. Now your hands lift the fallen from endless sleep. From broken bones to the breath renewed, legends rise every time it's you. Every soul remembers, every voice your name. From the edge of night to the morning's hue, hope takes flight when the healer is you. Stars may scatter, storms may tear the skies, but your beacon shines and it never dies. In the silence vast, legends still grow true. The verse feels safer each time it's you. Now the darkness fades and the stars burn bright. Carried by Apollo through the endless night. Every journey ends, but our hearts still know. You're the light in the void wherever we go.
Hello, friends, and welcome back to Emily's Game. Last night, we got to debut the Apollo Medevac and Triage in the live stream that I did, which was pretty cool. We had a lot of server errors and issues. We had some other problems going on. Otherwise, the Medevacs were great. We took the red one out, which is the Triage. We did some mercenary missions in Pyro. We got into some ship fight with that, with some NPCs. A lot of fun. I will post a link to that live stream here if you want to check it out. Otherwise, let's dig into a quick nitty-gritty about these two ships. The ship on the right is our Apollo Medevac. The Medevac is the little more expensive one, coming in around $275 USD, whereas the Triage comes in at around $250. Now, if you CCU chain these like I did, I saved about 40 1% was one of them, and then 47% was the other one. So I got a reduced cost on these due to my CCU chaining. If you have any questions about CCU chaining, feel free to reach out to me directly. I will be happy to help you where I can with that. The medevac is for supporting other pilots in medical emergencies and evacuation operations. It has superior armor and dual missile racks, which means the medevac stands strong under enemy attack. The distinct paint scheme pays homage to the beloved Astromedics film franchise. I don't think these are accurate right now. I think that the ship was enlarged from what the original tech specs were. They have it at 43 meters. I do believe it's closer to 60. I have not confirmed that anywhere yet. The RSI store page, which is where I got these tech specs, still has these specs. You can see there that you do have more missiles and less speed overall with the medevac as you do the triage. Now the triage has a similar capability as the medevac, but it's slightly different. It does support other pilots in medical emergencies and evacuation operations. It does have 2 semi-automated medlift drones, apparently, that provide safe and speedy patient transport. I don't know if these are going to actually happen. There's definitely a delay on the drones coming in. Somebody in the live stream last night said that the drones were actually done away with for this ship. I can't confirm that yet. I did look around and didn't see anything for that. If anybody knows, feel free to leave a comment about that. This the triage also has professional grade modular medical facilities that deliver support for all levels of trauma. Now that's true of both ships. The only real difference between these two that I've found are just the superior armor and the extra missiles. There you have it, friends. There's the details on the ships, the costs, and let's dig into these beauties. I personally really, really like the look of this ship. And I wish I could get my camera higher, but I cannot. We'll do a third-person view once we're inside. They have a sort of similar look to the Star Trek ship, the Voyager, which was one of my favorite Star Treks. I love the shape. I love the look. It definitely has some nice featuring to it. The ramp is really long. I was kind of surprised to see it was that long, and I'm guessing it's just so that you can get, gear and equipment up there. It does look like a vehicle could go up there, but they do not fit. You could put pulses in. I'm sure no problem. But you will not be putting a NERSA medevac in there. Or any other vehicle. Now, last time the live stream, we did use the triage ship here, the one in red. And we did get into an NPC ship fight with some Cuddy Blacks. And we were on the ground when it started, so they immediately caused damage to our ship, dropped our shields. We did the entire fight with no shields. The ship held up very well, and to be honest, the Cuddy Blacks were really no match for the standard weaponry on this ship. Again, they were NPCs. NPCs really aren't that hard to fight, in my opinion, but I do think that the triage is a very capable ship. The medevac is supposed to be even more capable. The only real difference there is you do lose some speed. I would imagine some maneuverability with that as well. All right, friends, let's take a look at the underside of the ship here. We've got my co-pilot there, Pico, chilling, watching over the ship while I am outside of it. You do have some pilot-controlled weapons there, as well as there on both ships. Now, one thing we found last night with the weapons, as the pilot, I controlled the nose turret, or the nose weapons, as well as the turret on top, which is really nice. When somebody sat in the other seat and took control of the turret, we lost the nose guns. Sorry that I had to go take a drink. I was getting a little fuzzy there. But yeah, as I was saying, we lost the nose guns and we only had the turret going by way of the co-pilot. Now that caused a lot of issue with fighting the ships because the turret on top shoots slower than the nose cannons do. So I had to get them to get out of the turret to give me back access to all the weapons so that we could finish the fight a little quicker than what was happening. However, the triage held up wonderfully. My thought with the differences between the two ships is single players that don't really do a lot of group play. The triage is a great ship, especially because it is a cheaper ship. It can handle itself in a fight pretty well. It does maneuver a little faster than the medevac does. However, the medevac has armor, so when it comes to group play or fleet activities, the medevac will probably be what you would use to go into a battlefield and extract your org mates or groups of friends that you're playing with. Interior-wise, not a lot of difference. Now, what I've done is I've loaded different modules on each ship. I'm just going to show you the modules on this ship really quick, and then we're going to walk through the triage in detail. On this side, this is a Tier 2 module. Tier 2 comes with 2 Tier 2 beds. As you can see, there is a Tier 2 there. You can see your med gel quantity here. At present, you cannot insert med gels that I have found. I've tried every which way. No luck there. The Tier 2 module does have 2 patient storage, each holding 150,000 micro SEU. There's one there. There's one there. The Tier 3 module gives you 3 beds. With the Tier 3 module, you get 1, 2, and 3 patient storage locations, which each hold 150,000 micro SEU. All right, so we've already seen the Tier 2 and the Tier 3 module. I've ran over the triage, and now I've got the Tier 1 module loaded here, so you can see it. You do only get 1 Tier 1 bed. There is a spot, I believe, here for the med gel, whereas the others, it is on the walls next to the beds. Again, you cannot replace the med gels currently. I do believe that that will change. You do have storage here for med gels. You do have 1 patient storage, which makes sense. 1 patient bed for 1 patient storage. Again, 150,000 micro SCU. And those are your 3 tier modules. So you can have up to 2 modules on each ship. So 1 Tier 1 and or Tier 2 or 3, or both Tier 1s or both Tier 2s or both Tier 3s. Whatever mix you want to do, you can definitely do. You do, again, have this really long ramp leading up to the back. Once the ramp is closed, there is not a lot of room. I don't even think you could get a pulse back here to stay. I don't know what this area would actually be for other than an airlock. The only problem is this door opens with the ramp, so it's not a good airlock yet. Now, speaking of this door, it is a docking collar, but it's also a pretty large opening. So I do imagine that there will be eventually a mechanism here to only open the docking collar part, but in the meantime, this is how it opens, and I think this is hella cool. I like that a lot. In my mind, what would happen is you'd lower your ramp, a docking collar would extend out to your docking collar, and then the round part of your docking collar here would open, leaving the rest of it closed. I could be wrong. It could just seal along the whole thing here. If that's the case, I don't understand the idea behind the round part, because that prevents you from getting certain things in and out of the ship. This first hallway here, there's really nothing of note other than the fact that you do have your door opening and closing button here. That's it. There's nothing else in this hallway, no component access. Coming inside, this does say triage, but it says that in both ships. This is just a triage area in general. Nothing on this side. The port side of the ship does have some engineering access here. You do have an engineering panel. You have component access over here. Now, this is something I struggled to find earlier because when I was looking for the fuses and relays, I normally look for blown ones. I'm looking for red. I totally missed over these, but they're on the port side in the rear component access. There is a fuse in this area. The other fuse that I have found is midship forward, also on port side in this component access area. You have 2 engineering terminals, both on the port side, 1 midship, 1 aft, in the component access areas. And this is the hallway before the bridge, or between the bridge and the med area. So you also have your other component access here. So component access bay 2, bay 1. This one doesn't have a bay number on it that I see. but there is a component access area there, and there is also one on this side of the ship. This is your starboard side. Again, no fuses over here or on the starboard side forward component bay access. On both sides of the ship and the rear, you do have cargo storage, weapon, and an armor storage area. As you can see, I've equipped 3 med guns in the top side arm holsters. You do have 3 more in the lower spot, but I do believe those are for your multi-tools only. I don't think any sidearms or pistols will fit there. Just FYI on that. Kind of nice that you have sidearm and then tool storage as well. I do hope to see more of that so you're not wasting your sidearm spots with multi-tools. Not that, probably many of you use sidearms. You do have, according to RSI, 28 SU of total storage on both ships. And this is your cargo grid here. It is not accessible from the outside. It is only accessible from coming in the rear door or the front elevator coming up here. Now, you can't carry stuff really up through the front elevator unless it's a small box you're carrying by hand. I don't even think you can get a 1 SU on that lift with yourself. What I've done is, Chris, this is PTU. I didn't go buy a bunch of crates. I brought in a bunch of what I already had and stacked them in here. Just to show you, these are 2 SCU crates. Well, these are equivalent to 2 SCU crates. They do fit. The one thing that's got me kind of, I don't want to say upset. I'm not upset about this. I'm just kind of like, why? This stocking color prevents you from bringing up a 4 SCU and an 8 SCU crate into the ship. 2s are fine. 4s, 8s, they will not clear this threshold. The problem with that is it's this specific door that prevents it. You could get them through this door and into the cargo areas, but this door here does not allow it to happen. So you are stuck. That makes you limited to 1 and 2 SCU crates coming into the ship. Or 1/8 SCU crates if you want to get a little picky there. And then, of course, as we said, they do just snap to our grids. Okay, I'm lying. Yeah, I don't know why when you have a 1 SCU there, they don't snap. But it does snap everywhere else on the grid when that 1 SCU is not on the grid. I don't know. And don't mind the pirate crates. Those are the only ones I had because those are pledged. So, yes. So, as for some of the storage, we know we've got med gels coming into the verse with this patch. The ship has medical refrigerators. There are 1 medical fridge for the Tier 2 and Tier 1 modules, but there are 2 medical fridges for that. I don't know what they're for. I did just throw in some stuff in here just for fun. You could get several med gels in there. This kind of got me wondering about med gel. Is there going to be an expiration date? Is it going to go bad if you don't keep it cooled? I don't know. These are, interesting questions that I was thinking that hopefully we'll get some answers to soon. I would imagine med gels would have an expiration date. They will degrade over time. The other cool thing about this bay is all these bays, you do have med gel storage. This is specific to med gel storage, and they do stack on these shelves. You can get quite a number on here. This is quite the loot haul if somebody wants to steal the ship and take your med gels for themselves. So I feel like these need to be locked behind some kind of code or something so that they don't get stolen, but that's where they get stored. And then, as we said earlier, they go in these bays here. These are not currently accessible, but I'm sure eventually they will be, I would imagine. All right, that's it for the aft part of the ship. Your hallway here does have a cool sunroof, moonroof, highlight, whatever you want to call it. It would be kind of cool if your patients could also see that, but they don't. So it's all, when you're in the ship, it's almost not noticeable unless you're almost directly underneath it. Coming into the bridge is your living quarters. This is nice. I know the C1 Spirit and the Meteor both have their living quarters on the bridge as well. Personally, I don't really care for that. Just because, in my mind, I would never rest knowing that this was where you got to sleep. If there was action going on, you're not going to get a good night's rest, that kind of thing. But the cool thing is, your room always has a view. So, at least you've got that, I guess. On the right side, you do have your bathroom with a mirror. You got your toilet. You do have a shower here. I haven't figured out how to open the shower. I don't think it does come out. Maybe one day. It's a small little bathroom. Forward of the bathroom, you do have what I believe is a cooking area. I would imagine that this is, I don't know, maybe a fridge. So this is a small fridge, and then this is I really don't know. It looks like you insert something there. It's a pizza oven. Cooktop there, possibly. I have no idea. I could be totally wrong. This may not even be a cooking area altogether. I have no idea. You got your one bed here on the starboard side, your other bed's on the port side, both immediately behind the flight seats. Both beds do have above them a 450K micro storage box storage capacity. So there is a lot of internal storage on the ship. Each patient gets one, as well as each crew member, provided you only have 2 crew members. And you do have your lovely little dining set here. So that's it, really, for the layout of the bridge. One of the coolest features of the ship that I found is this is your front elevator. It is tiny. Like I said, I don't think you could even get a 1SU box on there with you. I'm not even sure if you could send one up by itself. However, as you notice, that is just a nice space you can walk across now. But it does have an option for you to retract. Well, they were retracted. They were up. Yeah, so the elevator arms, rails come up. Otherwise, they're stored in the floor. And you can't really access the elevator without going to this panel here. Once you send or call the elevator, an airlock comes down, sends the elevator down. Now this will stay closed off while the elevator is deployed, which is really cool. Nice little airlock feature. I like this. This is a really nice setup. It's very simple. It gives you that airlock. I wish you could also use it as like a jail cell. You could bring somebody on board and leave them in there while you transport them. They have no chance of killing you that way. There's no way to close that without calling or receiving the elevator. Your pilot and your co-pilot seats are identical. I did not find any difference between the two. They both do the exact same things. They both can access your remote turrets, which is very nifty. Say your engines are dead as a pilot, and you're like, well, shit, I guess I can fight. That's all I got left. And you can jump over here and fight. Well, your co-pilot can do the exact same thing. Your seat control buttons are, that's seat exit. You have open exterior. You have enter remote turret and exterior emergency lights off. As you can see, I do have them on. Yes, it does have the pretty flashing lights. There are no other buttons on the left side here, but on the right side you have engine on, engine off, and I did not see these, but my co-pilot said that there is a retract or extend landing gear button on this arm for them. For some reason, I do not have that for me in either seat, so I don't know what that's about. Your cockpit canopy has a nice view. One of the things I noted was it kind of reminds me of the Aquila's cockpit a little bit. Like I said, I've never been in the Aquila, but one thing I noticed was most of the constellations have a strut that goes in the front here, and that's why I stayed away from the Connies. I did not like that part here where you cannot view. That's where your weapon reticle is. This has struts that come across here, but there's glass in between them, so you still have a lot of good view. I don't dislike your viewing angles here. This is nice. I did say before we would do a third-person view of the outside of the ship. Very nice looking. It's a little different than I expected it to be, but I really do like this a lot. So, lovely ships. At release, there will be a couple of paints as well, besides the red and white. You will have the Apollo Delphi livery, which is a gold and black paint. You will have the Frontline livery, which is a grayish red paint. The Lifeline livery, which is the Apollo teal and red. The Olympian livery, which is silver and blue. And the Shockwave livery, which is blue and orange. Well, friends, that's it. That's just a quick overview of the Triage and the Medevac, a little bit of what they've got and what they don't have. I like the ships. I am looking forward to the gameplay that they will be adding for these ships. Right now, I don't really see much use for the ship itself yet, but I'm sure that's coming. I also heard, and this might be a spoiler or leak, I don't know if it's accurate, I don't see any notes or information on this anywhere, but several people have said that there is another variant of these coming out. I don't know where that information came from. I don't know what variant it could possibly be, but I do think a bounty variant, this would be really cool. You do have what could be your prison modules on the sides. And I'm sure there's other variants that would make sense for this. I don't know about a cargo ship because, well, if this is your only entryway for cargo, unless the modules extended down from the ship, I just don't see this being a good cargo ship. Not sure what other variant there could be. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what you think would be cool. I'd love to hear your thoughts on which one you like, prefer, or have. And anything you found about it that I didn't include in the video, just definitely post it in the comments below. Let's check it out. And guys, don't forget, I'm still giving away my personal Argo RAFT. We're still waiting on 500 comments to be able to extract a winner from that. So don't forget to register for that by just simply leaving a comment on the RAFT, usage of the RAFT, or a hauling story, whether it has the RAFT in it or not, and we'll choose from one of those winners. Also, friends, if you're looking for a home in the verse to partner up with folks to play, to learn, to have fun, don't forget to check out Stardust, which is my org. Otherwise, friends, don't forget to like and subscribe, leave your comments, and I will see you in the next episodes. Take care and have a wonderful day. Bye. Hello, Star Citizens, and welcome back to Emily's Game. Before we dive into this giveaway, let's take a moment to highlight the real MVP of the 4.2.1 Race for Stanton event, the Argo RAFT. While the skies and elevators have been unpredictable, the RAFT has been a constant, tough, practical, and ready to deliver. Whether it's been hauling resources, dodging chaos, or just holding it together while the event unravels around us, it's definitely earned its stripes. The Argo RAFT isn't flashy, but man, is she sexy in its own right, and brilliant in all the ways that matter. With this recent upgrade from 96 SCU to 192 SCU, it has been the perfect candidate for the Race for Stanton. It's been the quiet, heavy hauling workhorse. We've seen rafts all across the system, steadily lifting, delivering, and proving their worth. Resource pickups, high-risk routes, and surprise chaos, the RAFT just gets it done. It's certainly a dependable tool, a quiet ally, and in many cases, the difference between success and frustration. This RAFT is one of my very own personal ships, and might I add, it is certainly one of my favorites. It's seen action, it's survived mayhem in many events and just day-to-day use, and it's kept pace with everything in between. But now I want someone else to experience what it's capable of. So here's what's up for grabs. 1. Argo RAFT with lifetime insurance. The ship comes directly from my personal hangar. It's offered exclusively to one of you in my community. RSI, CIG, YouTube, and all other platforms are not affiliated with or responsible for this giveaway or the ship itself. It's simple to enter. We're going to do it different this time. Just leave a comment with your most memorable cargo run or mission story in the description below. Vague or one-word comments will not be accepted if drawn. Your comment has to have some heart. Also, share this video with someone who's hauling through that chaos as well. Once this video has received 500 valid comments, we'll use a random comment picker to choose our winner. And as an added bonus, friends, if this video gets 500 likes, I'll start a giveaway for an Atlas Geo right away. So definitely give your thumbs up to this video if you enjoyed the video and you'd like your chance to get a Geo as well. This giveaway isn't just about a ship. It's about the people who fly them. The Stardust community has stood strong through every patch, every bug, and every wild rescue operation. We've built something here, a place where newcomers are welcomed, veterans are respected, and everyone has a chance to shine. Whether you're trading scrap, running supply ops, or just vibing with your crew, Stardust is about lifting each other up. And this raft is just one more way I'm giving back to the team that makes this universe feel like home. So hit that like button, share your adventure, tell your friends, and let's give someone the kind of ship that never lets you down. This raft's ready for the next chapter. Will that chapter be yours? I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.